major conflict you remember from your childhood? Drop the bombshell right there. Oh, let's sleep.
Oh, that wasn't my childhood. Because I was...
Oh, childhood 1 through 2. We should switch it to teenage.
What? We should make it teenage years?
Technically, we're kind of still teenagers.
Yeah, well... So, why don't we do both? It's our podcast. We do what we want.
Yeah.
So, I would definitely say... The foamies. I would definitely say... Don't make that pickle brine spill on the...
Okay, drop it. Drop the news.
As a child, major conflict. So he's gotten so much better at it. And I am so proud of him because he's moved so far. But and he would have never admitted it. But my dad always had anger issues. My parents would fight a lot.
I can understand that a lot.
Yeah, and which, I mean, here's the thing. Looking back, I completely understand where he's coming from. But, I mean, there's just things that if I were in the situation, I would have handled completely differently. And if him now were in those situations, he would have handled completely differently. Because he's learned, because actually, there was one night, I think I was probably 13, so close enough, where there was a strictly verbal fight, and between my parents, and it all started over the stupidest thing.
That's how it always is.
It was like asparagus or something. Like, it literally started over like how asparagus was being cooked.
I understand why we're such great friends, right?
And
because we literally have the same life.
And what did I do? No, I was definitely not 13 because this was the same time as the thing that I immediately thought of. You know, we were friends at this point.
Oh.
I know. The first thing that came to mind is this was all happening at a similar time. This was right before, if I remember. Mm-hmm. So what happened? They were fighting and all that, and then at one point I was dragged into it to pick sides.
Oh,
and
that's horrible.
I had never yelled at both of my parents before.
I have.
I had never done that before, and I believe that was the only time I had. Other than when my mom's mind started to go, I had yelled at her to try and keep her safe or something. But that time I'm like, neither of you, you're both wrong in this situation. It's like, I'm dealing with enough right now. It's like, and then I listed off, I'm failing a class right now. It's like I've never failed a class before in my life. I'm staying up until 3 a.m. to try and convince friends of mine not to kill themselves. It's like I don't want to be home. It's like I don't want to be home because no matter where I am, there's nothing but stress. I think there was a play going on at this time. It's like I only enjoy myself when I'm at theater. It's like there is when I'm at theater or when I'm at church, there is no joy. It's like and why? It's like, and I was like yelling at this point, like screaming. It's like, you're the problem. It's like you always try and drag me into it. It's like I want nothing to do with it. It's like I don't ever want to see it. And for me, please work on it. And I slammed my door.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And I had never done something like that before, and I never done it since. I've never like actually, I don't think I've ever actually told somebody off other than right then, and it was my parents. And you know what? It worked, because from then on out, it slowly began to get better. I mean, it would happen every once in a while, like still fairly often, but it wasn't every single day. And then I was able to get through the things that was going on in my personal life, and I was able to start doing better in school because the things in my personal life were doing better. And then, of course, they started to be much more civil, or at least hide it better. And so, yeah, that was...
I would definitely say that that would be something, like a major conflict in my childhood is my parents arguing.
Yeah.
Which
the thing is, it's
natural.
It's very natural. But, I don't know. With, the thing is, whenever you're in a situation, when your mind isn't, like, as fully developed, you think that you're the only person going through your situation. Which a lot of times, no one will ever know exactly how you're doing, exactly what's going on. Yeah. I was talking, a friend from work, his cousin died on Sunday. And they've been very close since infancy. They're like just about the same age, and he passed away. And he went on to the next phase on Sunday. And he came in on Monday still, and or I think actually it was last Friday. I probably have the timing off for it, but he and we had a long talk on Tuesday about how it's like people will always try and say the perfect thing, and especially when in a religious context, people will, it's like, and like us being who we are, we know the scriptures. It's like we know exactly what people are going to say, and then you got people who come out and start saying Romans 8:28. It's like God will work all things together for His good. It's like that is not something that someone who is mourning needs to hear at the moment. It's like they need to hear something comforting, not that it's like, hey, just so you know, your mom died because God wanted her to. That's not.
that is like, horrible.
Like, and
wow.
Trust me, I heard that shortly after my mom died.
Wow. Who?
Because that's how you perceive it when you hear it. Because that's not at all their intention.
Yeah.
And then of course you've got that look in people's eyes where they want to try and say the perfect thing. They want to say what they think will make you feel better, but they have no idea how to handle it.
Man, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I called it the look.
Wow.
You know, okay. So
we're only on level 4, question 1.
You are watching this podcast right now. I can guarantee. So this is absolutely nothing against you. But you know who had the most prominent look? Like the look towards me. Your mom. Your mom. The first time that I went over to your house after my mom died, it was like that resided face of, Ryan, there are so many things I want to say to you right now, but I don't know what you need to hear.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Which is
that is exactly
the
how
thing
she
is.
No, that's like her.
Looking back, I so appreciate where everyone was coming from. Like I literally had ready to copy and paste on my phone. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like on like
mass group chat.
Ding. You know how many times I said that on December 11th?
Appreciate
but
it.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. It's like, it's like, well, how do you expect? Yada yada. And so like And it's like, all things considered, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so like, Amy, I am saying absolutely nothing against you in all this. It's like it was perfectly natural. It's like it was just something that at the time I'm just like, she's looking at me. It's like, but like in hindsight, I know, and that's what I was talking about with my coworker. But yeah.
I have an even better question, believe it or not. It's question 2 in level 4.
What?
What is one thing you remember a friend doing for you that was really good?
Well, if you think this is such a good question, why don't you answer it first? I feel like I've been talking because you've just been agreeing with me wherever 2 or more stand in agreement. Okay,
we are agreeing though, because what you said is pretty much exactly what I have. Because we're so we can relate so good to each other.
We'll
understand.
go ahead and articulate your point, because you picked this question for a reason.
Well, no, I just flipped the next question. I was like, oh my gosh, that's a good question.
Well, what is one thing you remember a friend doing for you that was really good?
That was doing something around. Just you sticking around and being my friend.
Mm-hmm.
That is something that's really good, because like obviously you're like my best friend. So
I'm your best man, actually.
You are my best man. But still, having us started in like the summer between 7th and 8th grade.
Summer between 8th and 9th grade.
For him.
For me.
Wait, no. I was going...
Scratch that. Reverse it. I was going into 8th grade. You were going into 7th grade.
There it is. All right, but still.
Because I remember I was in Heidi's class with Miss Minning. I sat right behind her.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know your brother. It's like, I thought you had an old lady name when I was younger.
From there all the way like up to where we're at right now, it's just our friendship together has been like, it's been a roller coaster. Mm-hmm. It truly has.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's had its ups and it's had its downs.
Christmas Eve.
What year was that?
Christmas Eve
was
of
that
20...
Was that 2017? No, it couldn't have been. That had to be 2016.
Yeah, it was 2016. It was for sure. Christmas Eve of 2016. Me and Ryan had a little breakup.
We had a falling out.
Yeah, imagine that. The dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Timon and Pumbaa had a falling out.
Yeah.
We got downhearted.
How did you feel?
I felt like horrible. I felt like that was the worst moment in my entire life.
So, here's a quirk that no one knows about me. If you give me an ultimatum, I am choosing the opposite no matter what I want to do. And at one point you gave me an ultimatum. And I'm like, all right. I'll see you around.
And he just left.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, okay, we're not friends anymore.
And then
I went to a different school.
And then we went to go talk about it one night, like a few weeks later. And then we talked about it for a while, and then I got so mad I walked out.
Yeah, we just weren't having it.
It's so weird that happened.
Yeah.
But
it built our relationship so much stronger.
Because here's the thing. We had gotten mad at each other for other reasons before.
Yeah.
But
this was like a groundbreaking experience.
This was like the do or die moment.
Yeah.
This
is like burning a bridge.
That was the moment where the movie switches from Act 2 to Act 3. Mm-hmm. And we're in the sequel right now where you get married. Where in the hero's journey where the attempt has been made but they fail and then they lose something, and then there's that moment where are they going to fall deeper into the rabbit hole or are they going to come back? And I was at the mall about a week before Christmas, and there was a little kiosk there selling flags for a bunch of college football teams. Mm-hmm. And I saw a flag that said Ohio State. And so I was with Cassie at the time. Mm-hmm. Actually, I think I was with Cassie and James. This was, no, couldn't have been. I was with Cassie, though. I know that for a fact. Mm-hmm. Wait, no, I don't know that for a fact. I was with Chris. But I was like, I miss Keaton's family. I didn't know yet if I miss you or not. I didn't know yet if I miss you or not. But I found out fairly quickly that I did.
No, me too.
I had missed your dad. I had missed Amy. I had missed Tristan. I had missed Heidi. I missed Ellie. And a part of me that I didn't know about yet missed you dearly. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give them a little something for Christmas. I'll probably like drop it off at the front door and leave. And then Christmas Eve had come around, and I had finished wrapping every present except for one, and it was the Ohio State flag. And I'm just like, I have to be at the church for a Christmas Eve service in like 2 hours. So what I was going to do is I was going to walk. So I was going to make a pit stop. I knew that everyone would be there because from Christmas Eve the year prior, I knew everyone would be there. So I figured, okay, I will drop off the gift. I don't know if I'll hang around at all. And then I'll leave. I'll go to church. Needless to say, I had to be picked up because I would not have made it anywhere near in time with how much time had elapsed.
Holy crap, man! Yeah. That was an experience.
Yeah,
that was like
I feel like
reconciled.
I've only seen you cry twice.
Okay, let's.
That day.
Yeah. Okay, and let's leave it at that.
And backstage.
You're full of crap. That did not happen.
He lives in you in The Lion King.
I did not cry.
I saw a tear fall. I saw a tear fall. I guarantee.
I was sweating.
Oh, I believe that, but I believe you were also sweating out of your eyeballs.
Screw that crap. All right, what was the greatest thing a friend did to you that was really good, huh?
Oh.
Huh? You don't have to answer that question.
I don't know. I'm just so thankful for all the people that I have in my life.
Blessed.
Because I'm so blessed. You know, what I just realized, you can see the green lines on R2 Cam 3.
Wait, Ryan, we got to keep it going, man. We're only on the
I feel like this
question of level 4.
This episode is just going to be longer than usual.
Okay,
sorry.
Like the rest of the questions that are coming up are so like.
Okay, all right. We'll go ahead. We'll go with the next one.
What pictures do you like to look at from your past?
I lost most of my pictures.
I'm gonna say not pictures but videos.
Oh yeah, well the vlog footage of course, yeah. But I lost most of my pictures because I didn't have them backed up, and back in May, so I was laying sod at Pastor Andre's house, and I had my phone in my back pocket. Now I had tap to wake turned on, so this had been a thing that had happened a few times before, where I left, or I had my phone in my pocket, and my butt cheek would be putting in my passcode, right? So then it would disable the phone. Now, I was there from 7 in the morning, and I didn't take my phone back out of my pocket until noon. So my phone had been completely wiped. Completely wiped. The only thing that I had saved was the day before I had taken all the vlog footage from the last vlog that was uploaded and put it onto the computer. So the only things that I had saved was whatever was on my last phone backup, which was in January of 2020.
Dang.
No. Yeah, January 2020. Because I found the screenshots that I took on some specific days.
I'm going to say the picture of me and you with the Sprite bottles at
Drunks.
Dollar General.
I was going to say drunks. Because that too. That saved because that's my Snapchat memories. The only things that saved were things that were in my Snapchat memories. Now I know this is on a completely different topic altogether, but something that I also lost when I lost all that were all my old voicemails, which is especially bad because I was not one to go in and delete voicemails. So I had 40 saved voicemails from my mom. All of them are gone. Except for one that I had downloaded and saved to Google Drive. So all just gone. All of them. Every once in a while, I would sit for like an hour or so and I'd just listen to all of them in a row. I went to go do that one day about a month ago, and that's when I realized my oldest voicemail was from like May 20th, 2021. All my voicemails are gone. So
That's it.
it was like that moment in Breaking Bad when Jesse, he's trying to call his girlfriend who died, and he like sits there and he listens to her voicemail box like as often as he can, and then just one time he calls and the number's disconnected and he lost it forever. And then did not help that was the episode of Breaking Bad that I watched the next day.
Dang, that's pretty bad.
And that was actually the first time I had cried in a few months.
Everybody needs to cry sometimes.
Yeah. So I know that's not exactly pictures or videos, but audio recording. Yeah. So.
Well, here's our next one.
Oh, on my iPad, I still have photos saved from my trip to Rock City, up in Tennessee back in 2013. I like looking at those.
There you go. What is one significant letdown you've experienced?
You want to go first? Because I got quite a few.
Letdown. I feel like I need to think about it more.
Well, I'll just come right out of the gate and just say rejection. Because
yeah.
I mean
the
thing is you get so caught up in the feelings that you feel at the time, where it's the biggest letdowns would definitely be the ones when it was someone who I was really close to and they did not take it well.
There you go. There you go.
Which we can kind of leave it at that. But the thing is, you kind of get in, which at least I can say this speaking for myself, you get kind of in like a honeymoon phase. And it's like, wow, it's like, this is the perfect situation in my head at the moment. Yeah. And I can't really see anything else. And then it's, you finally like kind of work up the courage, and then turns out that it's
literally
that she doesn't feel the same way. Yeah. It's
horrible feeling.
I don't know. Well, the thing is, I've been through it quite a few times, but it feels different every single. I've been through the ringer. It definitely feels different like every time, but because also people will respond in different ways. There will be people who respond in a way